is actually starting to look like iRobot. Amazon is putting out surveillance robots. No, not this robot. I built this. This is my robot, Spades. We're going to talk about him in a second. Much better than the garbage Amazon is trying to cram down your throat. But I cannot believe that people actually think these robots are going to add any kind of value in their life. You're going to want to buckle up and watch the end of this video, because today, in Operation iRobot, we're going to break down what's next for you and the mandated robot that'll be in your home soon. So this is my robot, Spades. I built him. He is absolutely incredible. He can do all kinds of cool stuff. I built him on tracks, built an arm, built a custom frame. In fact, this frame is an old 3D printer that I reharvested because I have so many 3D printers that use some of the rails. It's got a built-in open source Raspberry Pi touchscreen computer. It's got solar panels for charging. I built an entire battery system so it's self-containing. It's not plugged into the wall. It is completely and utterly self-contained here in the back. So I completely built this robot from the ground up, and it is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and turn him off right now so it's not a giant distraction in the video. But I wanted to show what a cool robot. Yeah, it may not have the fancy housing, but I built this in late 2020. I built a lot of robotics. I built a lot of tech, computers, all kinds of stuff. I build everything for myself because I don't trust the big companies, as you could imagine, owning Privacy X. Me and my team, we do things a little bit different because we believe in freedom. We believe in a different kind of world. And so whatever I want, I buy parts, I build it, I utilize open source. And I cannot believe that we are getting in a system where me and my bro Spades here, we're going to be living the good life. And for those of you who are going to be getting these Apple, now they're gonna start pushing this down your throat. Amazon is just the first company. You're going to see this from all the companies. And basically it's going to be build as your assistant. They're going to be your helper. It's going to have smart everything built in. You've already seen smart meters literally killing people, making people sick. We've already seen 5G frying people from the inside out. So why not pump in robots that have cameras, that have sensors, that have microphones, that have tracking, that can never be turned off, that are like cell phones, only 10 times more invasive. The great thing about computers is I can lock this down. I can, even Apple, there's a lot of customization you can do, but if you use Linux or use any other system, you can lock it down, you can put it in a shelf, you can put it in a Faraday bag, which I often do. You can put it, you know, you can do your work and move on. Lots of software and different tools you can add. With these technological devices, these Nests, this Amazon Skynet of cameras and computers, these stupid Amazon robots. Listen, I think Amazon's a great e-commerce platform, okay? I've actually taught people to build businesses on Amazon, ghost businesses, for years. Being able to build brands, being able to make an income. Amazon's great, being able to work from anywhere. But they have gone so far out of their lane on this. This is preposterous. Now, I don't think Amazon's necessarily a good company. I think they're run by morons. I think Amazon has some serious problems. But as an e-commerce platform, Amazon's actually great. I mean, they helped you drastically through the pandemic, right? Companies like Amazon or other e-commerce platforms. And I'm a firm believer in e-commerce. I make a living in e-commerce. Brands, companies, it's how I've made money. I think e-commerce is the best way to earn an income, period, let alone online. Gives you freedom, gives you location independence. But Amazon getting into this surveillance state, this Internet of Things, has taken it to a whole nother level. It is ridiculous. And I think a lot of people need to think before I think a lot of people need to go out and get themselves a copy of iRobot, because this is actually coming true. I cannot believe it. It is, well, I shouldn't say I can't believe it. There's a lot coming true, and I've talked about what's happening, what's coming on this channel. This is just the beginning. I mean, you will have a chip in your arm in the next 5 to 10 years, guaranteed. There will be no more driver's license. Otherwise, you're going to have to stop driving. You won't have access to bank anymore. I mean, literally, the prophecy of the mark of the beast is happening all around us. I mean, you already know that www means 666. You probably, I mean, look it up. You probably already know that the internet in itself is supposed to be the looking glass effect as far as looking into the past and the future, i.e. the devil. Now, I don't want to go all biblical on you, and this isn't about Bible, this isn't about religion, this is about prophecy that's coming true. and you look at these robots in the surveillance state. So what can you do to solve this? This is a privacy nightmare. I think you already know where I'm going to go with this. Do not get Amazon robots. Let this program fail. The good thing about Amazon is they're so big and so rich that they won't push a program very hard if it doesn't make them crap loads of money out the gate. We've seen Amazon scrap so many projects, so many products, so many businesses. So that's the good thing about Amazon. If this is not a smash success, they will shoot it down. That's the good news. The bad news is how many people are excited about this. They're going to make it look all cute and friendly and your favorite robot. Do not fall for this. Having electronic devices in your house, there's a fine line, okay? The device needs to work for you. You don't need to work for the device. We're entering in an era, and Apple is spearheading this, unfortunately. Microsoft has been doing this since the beginning of time. You got creepy little Bill Gates behind the scenes. We're entering an era where these devices are starting to own you, and that's when things go downhill quickly, okay? So I don't want to sound too doom and gloom because I'm always for solutions. The solution to this is easy. Do not buy it. The only reason I'm even making this video is I've had no less than 100 emails on Cody, what do you think about these robots? How bad is it? How bad is this? Are you kidding? This is not a computer. This is not an assistant. This is not something you want. This is the Amazon Alexa, which I did a video on, breaking down how Amazon Alexa created a literal Skynet. Have you seen Minority Report? Have you seen iRobot? Go watch those movies again this weekend, because sadly, we're there. We're there. When Tom Cruise and Will Smith made those movies back in the day, we're like, whoa, that's crazy. That future is now, right now. Right, it was crazy and weird, and I was like a teenager or a kid, and it was like, oh yeah, the early 2000s. That's all now. Now. It's now. That then is now. This is that future. And now is your one shot, your one opportunity, not to quote Will Smith, not Will Smith, Eminem, right? You know the song. You know the song. I'm not going to sing it, that's for sure, or rap it. But the reality is, if you don't stand up to these products now, it's over. And they're going to try to pump these in every single home. Amazon is working on a program that's going to try to mandate these with your Prime subscription. Now, most privacy advocates don't have a Prime subscription, and really if you do, it's not that big of a deal because you can have it under a business name. I've got a Prime subscription because it's under a business name, so it's really not a big deal. They don't have any real information, and I use business cards that are linked to privacy.com, not PrivacyX, my company, privacy.com, the credit card company, which is actually a review and a tutorial that we got coming up on the channel. It's not a perfect system, but it keeps your card out of all of these systems so you have one point of fail instead of hundreds. And that's important. And so using a service like that is vital when you're shopping online. I recommend all of you do that, or dummy cards, which I recently did a video on how to use dummy cards, dummy debit cards that are not in your name. So you could do something like that and have a Prime account. It's really not that serious. The serious thing is IP address. Now, I only use it on a specific VPN, and that's important. And on my network, in my office, my network in my house, it's always on a VPN-based network. So my ISP has a stopgap between any traffic that's coming in, so it's a lot harder to monitor my network traffic through an encrypted tunnel. It just throws them off a little. Now, is it really that serious? No. And obviously, I don't have TVs with cameras. I don't have anything built in. I have an external sound system that I built in. So there's really no ways to get into my system without physical access. And then you've got to come to my house and you're on camera and motion detectors and I'm going to shoot you in the face. So that being the case, I'm not so concerned. I'm just not so concerned. But the robots, no. It's one thing to have a Prime account, to have some products mailed to my mail drop. Obviously, you don't mail them to your house. You have them go to a mail drop. That's not a big deal. If you want to use other Prime services, it's not a big deal. But don't ever use Alexa or Nest or these stupid robots. Not you, Spades. You're my guy. I'm going to do a review on some of the tech that I've been creating. Not necessarily a robot. That's not interest to most of you. It's got a robotic arm. It can roll around. It's got a self-containing power system that I built through the solar and the battery pack. That's kind of cool. And I might do a review on that. because I'm going to show you how you can off-grid some other technology. The robotic thing's fun, and I use it with my kids. It's not really a high-stakes project. It was a fun project for me and my kids to kind of play around. It's 2020. You know what 2020 was. It was excess of time, right? So, yeah, kind of a fun project. But do not, if you want a robot, build your own. I'll do a tutorial on how you could build your own and get the same benefits. Got the computer stuff built in, the robotic arm built in. This one's better. You got solar. You don't even ever have to plug this in. I've got it all built in, a power supply, a huge battery backup. I've got all the motors wired in, the motor controllers. I built everything so it's just set, right? Because that's what I do. Being a maker and having my shop, I've got the sweet luxury of being able to build whatever I want. I build my own furniture, build my own robots, build everything because I love to build, and I have an incredibly decked out shop. But for you, don't buy it. Simple as that. Here on Privacy X, my recommendation is an absolute let this piece of garbage fail. And again, that's the good thing about Amazon. If otherwise it's a smash success or it's not good enough for Amazon because they're already so rich they don't need it. And we've seen a lot of Amazon tech products go to the wayside. Sadly, we've seen a lot get propped up, like Alexa and like the Skynet of Nest, which you really, really want to avoid. If you have a home security system, have it independent. You install it, you buy it separately. Do not sign up for these services that monitor you, and do not use a big company like Amazon. Use a specific, in fact, I need to get a sponsor that's a home security system, because I can't show you mine, obviously. I'm never going to do that. But I need to bring on some, I'll set up a tutorial soon on how you could do some of these technological devices, because whenever you do this, do it simple. Do not get one of these all-in-one systems, because it will cripple you. Appreciate you checking out this video. Stay away from Amazon robots. Stay away from all robots. They are not here to help you. Watch iRobot and Minority Report. Understand that's where we are, and take action. You need to keep your freedom. You need to keep your privacy. You need to keep your personal security. We live in crazy times worldwide. I appreciate your guys' support. Let me know down below. A lot of you guys have been giving me amazing suggestions on videos. Keep them coming. I appreciate it, guys. Even if I don't always respond right away, we are putting them on our list. So the list is being looked at regularly. We are putting these videos on the list. We have like 6 or 8 tutorials coming. There's actually a couple tutorials coming at the end of this week on really cool stuff. So we try to toggle back and forth between tutorials, and then also just like yesterday's video on some topics we did, and then videos like this talking about hot button topics, because this is crazy. So appreciate you guys checking this out. Have an amazing day. Privacy is right, and it's right that needs to be protected. If you don't protect it, I don't protect it. You can bet that the big companies and the government won't protect it. So take action every day. Go all in everything you do, and I will see you in the next video.